All right, I am here today with my friend Sachin Sharma. He is amazing. So today I'm going to ask him questions. He's a digital marketer with a very large corporate office in New York. So I'm going to ask him the same question: how to get in. So let me start. Sachin, tell me about what do you do?
Okay, first of all, I'm not digital marketer.
Okay.
I'm a digital marketing technologist.
Okay.
So the difference between marketer and technologist is marketers are generally business side people who generally have the idea what they want to achieve in terms of marketing perform, and technologists are the people who help them to complete their vision. And so my focus is more on the technology side. Um, but once you gain experience in any field, you focus on the business side also. After all, the revenue comes from the business, and your goal should be to make sure that whatever you are trying to make, it in terms of technology, it should help your business to grow.
Right.
That's where your money is going to come from.
Exactly. So whatever you do, you basically support the big picture of business to achieve the business goals. So you're the technology guy who supports the business. Okay, understood. I know you're quite senior and you might not remember, but like, how did you get your like first job? And in respect to like, if somebody's trying to be you 10 years from now, how do you suggest somebody go about it? Like, if like where do they start? What do they learn? Where do they go?
So my experience may not be applicable to everyone because when I started at the time, those type of products were not in the market,
Right.
and the demand for the market was very different. Like
Right.
in 2000, people wanted to have just website up and running.
Right.
They were fine with having a static website, but now the companies are very demanding. They don't want a static. They don't want a even dynamic website. What they want is they want to read the people. They want to understand what their people or what their visitors are looking for. Like best examples are like Facebook, right? That way. So back to your question, 10 years back, this technology was not there, and I was working on a content management system, which is basically a platform to create content on the fly with the minimum help from technologists. And the goal of this content management system was to help business do things quickly without taking much help from the IT.
Okay. Okay.
But what happened during in last 10 years, a lot of companies, especially like product which I use right now, it's Adobe's product. So companies like Adobe and its other competitors like Microsoft or Sitecore, they started building new software, which they call customer experience product.
Okay.
Like Adobe promote its product as digital marketing product, but the other company like Sitecore, which is one of the biggest competitor, they call it customer experience software.
Okay.
They started focusing on building multiple products, and they wanted to have the content management system as a heart of the ecosystem, but they wanted to have other products like analytics or maybe a campaign, and they wanted to have some kind of digital asset management system. Then they wanted to have because you are going to have a lot of assets, right? So you need a digital asset management system also.
Sure.
And then they wanted to have products like something which you can use for media. You want to now, as you know, by 2020, most of the I'll say assets which people are going to exchange will be media. It will not be simple text messages like you see Facebook is coming up with live, right? In that way, there will be most of the I don't remember which company did this prediction, but some company did some research and they came up with this conclusion that almost 75% of the assets which are going to be shared in future, they will be media.
Media. Okay. Medium is like photos and
Not photos, videos.
videos.
Yeah, people don't want to share photos anymore. Now that Snapchat and Facebook, that time is gone. That's why all these companies are putting a lot of money on it. And if you know, I'm like live is the one thing which I just gave you example of. But there are other companies which are focusing on having a video, short videos basically. They want to spend money on that one. So, but if you know, like if you have I don't know how much you know about asset management system. Asset management system is good, like for photos and everything, because you can have metadata and other information stored in it, just to have some extra information, right? Otherwise, how will you retrieve those
Right.
information?
So basically, when you mean like asset management, like our terms in like where I have worked, asset management means we have routers, switches. These are our assets, physical assets. So you mean when assets like video assets, those are the assets, and how to manage them.
It can be videos, it can be normal photos also.
Photos, okay. So all those digital assets,
Digital assets.
and how, because they are for big companies, they are spread out far and wide. How do you actually manage them in at central locations? And
That's
these
right.
the site core and Adobe software, they help basically manage your digital portfolio from kind of a
Sitecore does not have any asset management system external, so they have made their in-house, which is not that mature.
okay.
Adobe also did not have something like that one, so they purchased. So Adobe, what they did, they bought a lot of small companies, or they bought product from small companies,
Okay.
and then they decided to make a big ecosystem out of it,
Okay.
where you can have all the marketing. They call it Adobe Marketing Cloud. What they do is like all the products which can be integrated together, they are in that umbrella.
Oh, okay.
And
Cool.
so that's how actually they are marketing it.
Okay.
Now they have not only that competitor, they have competitor like IBM, Oracle, but IBM, Oracle are way behind. I'll say Sitecore right now.
So if you if somebody guy is starting and want to get in, like, to become a digital marketing strategist, so their best chance is to learn either Sitecore or Adobe's Marketing Cloud.
Yes, so I keep getting a lot of emails, although I worked on Sitecore in like 2013, but I keep getting so many emails from recruiters all the time,
Right.
which gives me the idea that how much popular these two technologies from these two companies are.
So what do you think, like, going forward? If you look like in 2000, let's say if you envision 2020, 2022, if I'm a new guy, where should I put my money? Where should I go that I get biggest bang? Or if there is anything new that you can learn other than these two, should I go?
If you want to go in the that's what I'm saying. It depends on your goal, first of all. If you just want to be a marketer, you don't need to learn all these technologies, because I'm talking about from the business side.
Right.
What you need to understand is more about analytics.
Sure.
You need to understand tagging, or basically I'm talking the business side.
Sure.
So you need to understand the business side more.
Right.
But if you want to be more of a technologist, then I don't know any other company which is leading or which can have a bigger lead on Adobe right now.
Okay, so Adobe is
way ahead of even Sitecore.
Sure. Okay. So, but I mean, I understand what you're saying. So, you these are tools, but first you need to understand the business and you need to understand the concepts. Like, why the hell are you doing this? This, like, what? Because it's a tool to achieve a business goal. So first you need to understand the, like, marketing. Why are you doing all this? And then the tool helps you kind of achieve, right?
So marketing concept will never change.
Right.
I'm like, it's same thing. I'm sure even 10 years back, whatever people were doing with the marketing, it's the same thing. The only difference which I have seen is, I can talk, say, about retail companies, because they have to do a lot of marketing and they have to understand customer faster than any other company. Though fintech companies are doing pretty good also. And since I'm in a little bit in the fintech side right now, but still they are way behind the retail. So retail companies, when they do marketing, they look at the 360 view of the customer, which is very important. When I say 360, it means you have to start from, like, maybe it can start from anywhere. Either a customer know about you, or you have to make them aware of about you. Anyway, it can be through they heard. Suppose I have a very big retail company, and you come to know about me or my product, say through your friend, or I can do maybe some kind of ad on the websites, and through that you come to know about me. Once I know that, okay, you are interested in me, how to make sure I keep notifying you or keep watching you in such a way. Watching is not a right term.
Keep.
People don't like that word.
I got it.
But most of the companies, that's what they do. They want to make sure that they understand that you want to buy something or you are interested in something.
Sure.
How to make sure that I convert that deal.
Right.
So when I say this one, all these companies, that's what they do. They have all this product which keep monitoring you. When I say monitoring, you might have seen that if you go to a website and say you don't buy that product, but you either watch it, I'm like, look at that product, or you put it in the cart.
Right.
You keep getting either notification if they have information about you, or if they know nothing about you,
Yep.
they keep at least putting ads related to that same product.
Yes,
everywhere.
yes. Actually, and it's, I had this experience like only a few days back. The company called Art Mill. So I had this. We went to Peru, right? Peru. So I had to print that. I was researching a product which can print the panoramic, because I took a lot of panoramas from. So what is so a beautiful glass kind of big panorama. So I wanted to print this. So I researched. So I came up with this company called Art Mill, which I saw the ad, and then I researched about it. I went to the cart, but I thought the price is way too much, so I didn't buy. But they've been following me from last 15-20 days. Everywhere I go, I see Art Mill, and finally, actually, it works, because finally I had to I was like, I want this shit. So I actually bought from Art Mill. So it actually works, and I was like, because that's the only thing I remember. I other research other companies, but I forgot about them. But Art Mill kept following me. Hey, we have this deal or whatever, and they also posted a picture of like other guys who took the Art Mills. John went to Europe, and he took this panorama and he printed it out and he showed us. Like, it was really nice. But anyways, so yeah, I think I got the point. So let's go move on. I'm gonna go with next question, which is one of the last. So where should you get this? Okay, so this Adobe. Where do you think they should get this training? Adobe Chrome. Where can they go?
Yeah, that's a tricky question, because
I'm pretty sure you're not aware of all this because you don't do it anymore. But
no, I know that one. The problem with Adobe product is you have two ways to do it. One is you spend your own money, do the training. Adobe provides all those training. And the second way is you work for a company which is looking for Adobe product, and basically.
But it's a catch-22. They don't know if they don't know Adobe, so nobody is gonna hire them. So they have to somehow learn it. Maybe even
not true all the time. I have seen many examples for my client, because I used to do consulting for Deloitte.
Sure.
And over there, I used to see this one, that many companies, their senior management decide to go with any product, not necessarily Adobe. It can be maybe a Sitecore, maybe Oracle, IBM, any product. And then now they need a resource, because buying a product is one thing, but having a actual resource who is going to work on it, manage it, is going to be much more expensive, because you have to think from the management point of view, right? You are going to spend, say, 250, maybe 300K, maybe $500,000 on the license. But once you have the license, who is going to work on it? Who is going to maintain it? Who is going to upgrade it? Like, you need people for this one.
Sure.
And you cannot keep hiring people, because no matter what people say in market right now, at least that's what I have seen, it's very difficult to find the people who know the product. Generally, even if I have to hire somebody, I don't care if people know that product. I look for their intention and how much hungry they are to learn new things. If somebody is there and they can show me that kind of appetite, I hire them.
Good.
But
that's a good news for people who are hungry.
yes, but they have to show it, and they have to they have to remain hungry. It's not like they are showing it only for first few weeks. It doesn't work that
As soon
way.
as the salary starts coming in the account, you're like, no, okay. But, so okay, that's good. As I got the from you, the licenses for Adobe is extreme expensive. It's going to be very. Even to learn, it's going to be very expensive if you want to do it on your own, because the licenses are just too expensive, right? So, do you know like any other companies that provide online platforms? If I go
And
like
platform for what?
like let's say I go to online, okay? Is there any courses, boot camps where I can go there teaching and I can just join, or you know anything?
I'll have to check.
Okay, no problem. I mean, I understand there is no way you will know this. So okay, I think one so let's say this is the last question. So let's say you're done now. Okay, so now you learned it. You know a little bit. You know marketing a little bit. Where should where should we start the job search? What can they do? Where do they start the job search? Where is and how do they do it? Let's say I know you told me sometime back you're hiring. So and you're hiring and somebody knows it, he's hungry, how does he find you, or like any job?
So the best way to find job are LinkedIn. I'm telling the place where they can find jobs.
Okay.
Second thing is you need to know where you want to work. I mean, like if you're okay with working anywhere in US or anywhere in the world, that's a different story. But if you know where you want to work, make sure that you know the location, and based on that one, start looking for the companies around that area. And you can go to their website directly and you can find jobs, because most of the companies, they don't post jobs anywhere except maybe their company website and LinkedIn. Apart from it, I have seen like website like Dice, Indeed. These are the two other websites I have seen a lot of ad, and I'll recommend everybody, though I'm not a big fan of LinkedIn, the new LinkedIn, but I'll recommend everybody to go to LinkedIn, make their profile strong, so that when HR or when any recruiter is looking for people for particular position, they can find you easily.
A lot of people complain that they have strong resumes, but they applied for this position LinkedIn, but no, they don't get responses. There are a lot of, is there any way they can improve the response rate? Is there any way?
So it depends on the technology also. If you are looking for work in a technology which is popular, or where you can find a lot of people, or maybe a company like say Google or Facebook, where everybody wants to apply, whether they really have those skills or not, it's going to be challenging, because then the only option you can have is make sure that your resume or your profile has all the keywords which recruiter is going to look for, because initially recruiter even don't look at your resume. It's the software which shortlists the resume. So you have to make sure that software at least pass your resume.
Exactly.
But if you are looking for work in that kind of technologies I work on, because there are not that many people. I mean, like right now also, I'm trying to hire people, but for me it's very big challenge to find right kind of people. I noticed that people fake their resume also. Remember, don't fake your resume. Never.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay, so this was concludes the interview. Thank you, Sachin Sharma, the digital director of digital technology. And is there any way, if you have any email, that if somebody is having issue can reach you?
Okay, I'll provide you my email later. Is it okay with
Is
you?
the real resume? Is it real email, or is it fake?
No, it's a real email.
No,
I have to create an email
he's
address.
camera shy. Number one, he's email shy. I don't know how much shy he is, but he's smart guy. All right, guys, ciao. Bye.